I am Paige Huff, and I am the Executive Director of Alliance House. Alliance House follows the Clubhouse model of rehabilitation. This model was established in the late 40s in New York City. Patients that were being discharged from the state hospital came together and formulated a group called WANA. Fast forward to 1987. Here in Salt Lake City, there were 3 families that had adult children living with mental illness. They felt like the resources available in our community were not strong enough or adequate enough for the needs of their children. They heard about the Clubhouse model in New York City, and they flew out there, they studied it, and they learned what the model meant, and they came back here, and that's when they established Alliance House. Alliance House is a nonprofit that works with adults that are living with mental illness. The members come to Alliance House. We specifically choose to use the term members and not clients because we are non-clinical, and members come here on a voluntary basis. They can come as much or as little as they would like to. Once they are a member of the Clubhouse, they are a member for life.
I heard about Alliance House in 1997 from a former member named Janet Ivory, when I moved back from California, and she invited me to come. And I wasn't ready, so I waited 5 more years on it, and I came back. Then a therapist referred me here, and I came back. I came in 2003, and I was right in the throes of one of my mental illnesses, and I decided to give it a try.
My name is David Matthews. I'm a member of Alliance House. My mother, who was one of the first development coordinators for Alliance House, introduced me to the Clubhouse model. Almost anything, if not anything. And I float between the 3 units and help them in any way I can.
My name is Christopher Murray, and I'm a member of the Alliance House. My therapist, or a social worker named Michelle Nelson, told me about Alliance House, and I thought it would be worth a shot to check out. I work in the business unit. I help prepare debits and bills.
The members come in and they volunteer to work in different areas of the Clubhouse, and we call that the work order day.
I love the culinary unit. I love being a part of being a part of putting it all together and sharing my culinary experiences. And when we had the thrift store, I really enjoyed the thrift store, and I was really sad to see that go. But I worked in the culinary unit for when I first started Alliance House, and then it helped me build up some skills, and I felt confident to be able to go back to work. I hadn't worked in years, and Alliance House helped me build up confidence skills to do a TE, and then I worked in the kitchen for maybe 2 years, and then I did a TE. I felt confident enough to Alliance House give me those skills to go back to work, so I was able to go back to work through Alliance House.
If you think of a business, the business that you work for, and you identify all of the things that need to be done on a daily basis in order for that business to be successful, that's essentially what the work order day is. The members and staff come in and we identify all the things that need to be done that day in order for Alliance House to be successful. So that includes finances, grant writing, marketing, fundraising, cooking, cleaning, and members and staff voluntarily sign up to complete those tasks side by side. Through this, the members are able to gain transferable skills that they then can utilize to be more involved in their community, whether that's through education or employment.
I would say helping in the career development unit with tutoring. I've had several jobs. I've actually traveled into different places around I've traveled to Sweden. I've traveled to other places around the state. I've actually, had many great adventures. Supermarkets, law firms, breweries.
We ask our members to leave their diagnosis at the door. When they come to Alliance House, they are entering into a community that needs them, wants them, and expects them to contribute in order for us to be successful. The three areas that we really focus on with our members is education, employment, and housing. With education, members can come into Alliance House and start with as basic as completing their high school diploma. Oftentimes, mental illness starts in the later teens, and education is disrupted for a lot of our members. And so they can come to Alliance House and they can actually complete their high school diploma here in the Clubhouse. Then they complete the packets here in the Clubhouse. And then we have a formal graduation every year where members can invite their friends and family and get to experience that moment that is so pivotal in so many people's lives that they've been denied for all of this time. So we have cap and gown, and they get to walk across the stage and get their high school diploma. After that, members can then choose to further their education, whether that's post-secondary or a graduate program. And we have members that tutor other members, and we have community partners that can come in and tutor with post-secondary education as well. With employment, we assist with 3 different types of employment. The first is transitional employment, and this is really designed for members that maybe don't have a long job history. And mental illness can often cause disruption in employment, and so oftentimes members are discouraged or hesitant to return to the job force because maybe they haven't been successful in employment because of reasons related to their mental illness, or maybe they don't have a strong job history, so they're very hesitant to go to an interview and have to explain why they have all of these breaks within their employment history. So that transitional employment is really the opportunity for members to gain that confidence and the skills to kind of put them back into the workforce. So Alliance House goes out and we build relationships with other employers in the community, and then the employer then gives us a position. So Alliance House actually is the one that runs the position at the employment. And so our staff are trained on how to do these jobs. And then the only criteria for a member to work a transitional employment is the desire to work. There doesn't need to be a strong job history. There is no interview process. They don't have to essentially apply for the job. They just, through our relationship building, we know which members are looking to work, and we have a transitional employment open. We can say, hey, is that something you're interested in? We then go, and the staff are the ones that train the member on how to do that job. And we work side by side until the member feels comfortable to then go to work on their own. But our guarantee to the employer is if that member then becomes hospitalized or is not able to go to work, then staff go in and they fill the job for that day. So it's a win for the employer, but it's also an opportunity for members to gain those skills. Secondly, we help with supported employment. So this is more helping with developing a resume or doing mock interviews so that a member is confident in going out into the community and applying for a job. And that's more of the competitive process where they are selected amongst a pool of other applicants. Once a member becomes employed, Alliance House is there to support them if needed. And so if a member doesn't know how to communicate with their boss, or maybe they're struggling with a certain area, they can reach out to staff at Alliance House, and we then assist them in whatever barriers they may be facing with their employment. And then lastly, our members have so many strengths and abilities and skills where they really may not need help with any of that, and they just need to know what jobs are available. So they can come to Alliance House and work with other staff and members to research jobs in the community, and that's where we assist with the independent employment. And then the last area we really focus on is housing. And if a person does not have a safe place to sleep, all the other things I've explained kind of aren't as beneficial because their number one need is a place to sleep at night. So Alliance House assists members in obtaining safe and affordable housing. First, that is done through our 2 housing facilities. We have a total of 19 units that we rent out to members that they can live in long term. If a member doesn't utilize our housing services, we also have our staff that are available to assist members in applying for housing opportunities, filling out leases, talking to landlords, so that they are able to obtain housing within the community.
Alliance House isn't for everyone, and in the beginning I wasn't ready for change, and until I was ready, change doesn't happen overnight. Progress has happened over the years of coming in and utilizing Clubhouse as a member instead of a client. It makes all the difference.
With all of that, Alliance House is really focused on building meaningful relationships so that our members can build confidence and they can live independent and productive, meaningful lives.
It saved me from going practically insane because it gave me a home, friends, a family, and above all, hope. It's a beacon of light in the darkness of mental illness. It's like a lifeguard that swims out into the ocean and saves people from drowning.